Alright, hello everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into chapter 2 of the Will main story, and pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and go for it. Use my ticket. Sponsored, this chapter is brought to you by, I love an ad. This is okay actually. I don't blame them at all for this. So, chapter 2. I'm surprised to find someone has left me a message reading, "I know your secret." What's the meaning of this? The silence is starting to grow foreboding when... Hey, who did this? This is harassment. That sounds like Nicole. I wonder what she's upset about. Vanessa and I turn to look at one another as more voices start to come from the hallway. What happened? I'm not really sure. Nicole said something about a threatening message. Could she have received a similar note to the one on our beds? This is getting weirder and weirder. You've barely had time to move in. What is all this excitement about? Oh, Professor, Ooh. Well, it's probably good to get a professor involved if it's harassment. The professor hears everyone making a fuss and asks us all to gather in the living room. Well, why don't we introduce ourselves, then explain what's going on? I'm Nicole, although I'm sure every student at Fitzfuzzer knows who I am. When I arrived in my room just now, I found this threatening message on my desk addressed to me. Let's see, I'm Samantha, and like Nicole, a message showed up in my room when I was starting to put my things away. If you ask me, it's creepy. Gabby? The message I found was put in my trunk when I wasn't looking. I got a message too. It was left on my bed when I stepped out for a moment. Same with Mary. Is that right? Yeah, I had come downstairs to look around. It sounds like we're all in the same boat then. I also found a message not long after I got here. Will had been standing there listening to the others with his arms folded. He must have just arrived. Yeah? Well, which one of you did it? Hurry up and confess. Don't tell me it was you, Mary. Oh my god, don't blame me. It wasn't me. Why would I do it? Don't start blaming her without any proof. I don't think any of us has an alibi. Whoever sent the messages, it seems everyone here received one. Could one of us be lying? Whoa, I barely glanced at her and now she's glaring back at me. If you ask me, someone's just playing a stupid prank on us. When we have the contests, and the Queen of F contest has... excuse me. One of the contests in the Queen of F contest not ever received a lot of attention. I'm going to agree with her. It certainly seems a little premature to assume these messages represent a real threat. Will has a point. For the time being, let's all just keep our eyes open. And if another prank like this should occur, I expect to be told about it immediately. Everyone in the room quietly nods in response to the professor. However, I got a bad feeling about this. Is it really just a stupid prank? Then why does everyone here look so upset by it? When the professor finishes, I quickly survey the others' reactions as they start heading back to their rooms. Is everything okay? I'm fine. Are you sure? You were awfully upset looking when you were watching the others leave the room. I did? Oh, don't get the wrong idea. I promise you, I had nothing to do with the prank. You don't need to defend yourself. I know you wouldn't do something like this. Even when I first met you at the club, it was pretty obvious to me you wouldn't stand for this kind of dirty behavior. That was the impression I had of you. That's really what you thought of me? Thanks. What's going on? Okay. I have to admit, I feel a little self-conscious now that you've said that. Will faintly smiles back as I laugh and try to hide my embarrassment. While you're here, about that message I sent you earlier, can I ask you to put it off until tomorrow? I don't see why not, especially with what just happened. Thanks, I have a bunch of shopping I want to do if I'm going to live here. So do I. I was just telling myself my belongings seem kind of sparse. Great, I'm thinking maybe around 10 o'clock? See you then. Oh, wait a second. I quickly stop Will before he can leave. Is that too early for you? No, the time is fine. I was wondering, do you have any idea what secret these messages might be talking about? Do I? No, to be honest, I don't have a clue. You don't? Oh, well, I won't bother you any further then. See you tomorrow. I mean, I think the secret is like why everyone's competing, because I'm assuming there's like a reason why everyone's competing. I end up going to bed early after I finish arranging my room. However, thanks to that strange message, I can't sleep. Could whoever send it know that I'm coming dangerously close to not being able to pay my tuition? If that's true, what about the others? What secrets do they have? No, Will said that he didn't have a clue what the secret might be. What his secret might be. I'm overthinking this. I don't think that's what Will said, because I don't think that's really what you asked him. Okay, whatever. The following morning, Will and I head out to a nearby shopping mall in town. I think I've got everything I need. What about you? Yep, pretty much. Oh, do you mind if we stop by the bookstore? Not at all. Love a boy who reads. Inside the bookstore, Will heads toward the back to look for a dictionary. Meanwhile, oh, this month's edition of Nylon is out. I love Nylon. I browse through the magazines, checking for the latest edition. Does Nylon even still publish? I don't know. Thanks for waiting. Oh, hey, are you finished already? It didn't take me long to find it. What are you reading? Just one of my regular magazines. Is that all? That's Dan on the cover, isn't it? I've been seeing oh wait, wrong, not a new character. That's Dan on the cover, isn't it? I've been seeing a lot of him lately. That's not surprising, considering his mother is a famous actress. A lot of the girls on campus are nuts about him. What about you? Is he your type? Good question. His expression in this picture almost looks indifferent, but I sense he has a lot of passion lying underneath. Is that right? Wait here a second while I go buy this. I quickly head off to the register. Is he still going to be there when I come back? After leaving the bookstore, Will and I spend a while longer browsing through shops in the mall. Nicole dragged me into the store the last time I was here. Speaking of Nicole, you were with her that night I met you. Not to mention Samantha and Gabby. Do you hang out with them a lot? You could say that. Our parents have known one another for a long time. And her father's company is sponsoring my basketball team, too. Have you heard of MJ Industries? That's her father's company? Of course I've heard of them. I'm pretty sure MJ Industries is the largest company in the city. I see. So Nicole's family is rich. I suppose she's always acted like that then. Are you talking about how she likes to push people around and look down on them? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. You two are probably dating, aren't you? No, we're old friends, but she's just one of the many girls I like to hang out with. A playa. And she may not show it, but she has her share of troubles, so try and cut her some slack. I've only just met her. Perhaps if I knew her better, that would be more obvious. Still, I have to hand it to Will. He must be a nice guy to stick up with her like that. To stick up for her like that. I smiled to myself when I realized I've learned a little more about him. Enough about me and Nicole. Can I hear a little about you now? Me? Moi? Yeah, it feels like I'm doing all the talking. What are your interests? Do you have a boyfriend? That really hasn't been high on my list lately. It hasn't. Nicole and her friends constantly talk about boys and make sure they dress to impress them. I think the last time we talked, she was complaining about wanting to fall in love. But not you, huh? That's too bad. Wait, you mean... What? Just a sec. I'm thinking, I can't really say I really understand people with their attitude. People don't fall in love because they want to. When you're in love, it hits you by surprise. Wouldn't you agree? Huh, I suppose you're right. You can be surprisingly poetic. What's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me you think I'm being ridiculous. Not at all. I think it's fantastic. To be honest, it makes you incredibly attractive. Oh? He says it with a faint smile that causes my heart to leap. What's happening to me? What, did I say something strange? No, not at all. I realize I'm starting to blush for some reason and quickly look away. Will and I continue chatting while walking through the mall. Before long, we reach a large open space. Uh-oh, get out of the way. What? I turn toward the voice to find myself staring at an approaching basketball. Oh no, it's too late. I'm going to die. This is my end. Mary. Will immediately dives in front of me. Will? Oh, saving my life. Are you alright? Yeah. He manages to shield me from the ball before I can even react. After catching it in one hand, he turns toward the kids. Oh, hey Will, hurry up and give us our ball back. It's you guys, huh? Do you know them? They live near my parents' house. I occasionally give them a little basketball coaching. How many times have I told you guys, watch out for the people around you? Yeah, whatever. Give us our ball. Sheesh. Will lets out a sigh and then raises the ball up with both hands. Oh. A moment later, it leaves his fingers and sails through the air in a beautiful arc. No way, it went in. We must be like 30 feet away or more. Wow, nice shot, Will. Shoot another one. You ought to join us and play like you usually do. After seeing Will's magnificent long shot, all of the kids come running over. Sorry guys, but I got other commitments today. Oh, come on, just for a few minutes. Really, I don't mind. Besides, I really enjoyed watching you shoot just now. You sure? See, the girl doesn't mind if you play. The girl has a name. It's Mary. Will pokes the boy's forehead to drive his point home. Sorry, I know. You can play too, Mary. What? You want me to play? Huh, that sounds like fun. What do you say, Mary? Will you grant their request? I don't mind joining in, but trust me, I'm terrible at basketball. Very true facts. I'll back you up, so let's do it. But, he grabs my hand and pulls me onto the court. His grip feels much firmer and warmer than I expected. What's this? Did my heart start racing? As Will rushes ahead of me, the excitement in his eyes is even more pronounced than the day we first met. We end up playing a game of 3-on-3 basketball, or to be more exact, 3 kids against Will and myself. Yeah, I got the first point. Huh, way to go. Hey Will, aren't you gonna show off in front of the girl? I told you, her name's Mary, and no, I'm not gonna show off. She barely knows how to play. Sorry, am I getting in your way? Not at all. Listen to me and you'll do fine. Head to your right. Okay. Keep your eye on the ball. Now send it this way. Doom. Following Will's instructions, I ended up right in the middle of a pass between the kids, and I'm able to reach out and swat the ball toward him. Oh no, Will has the ball. Stop him. Think you can? Huh? What was that? He had me convinced he was heading in the other direction. No fair. You're way too good at faking us out. We can still stop him. Good luck. There you go. Keep your eyes on the ball. I'm trying to, but you're moving it around too fast for me. No kidding. That ball follows his hand around like it has a mind of its own. There we go. Ah, shoot, right through my legs. Stop him, guys. Dang. After easily slipping by the first 2 defenders, Will comes head to head with the last kid. Huh? Then suddenly there's a blur of motion. and the next thing I realize, he's leaped high in the air. You made it. That was amazing. He jumped right over that kid. He caps off his spectacular dunk shot by gracefully dropping to the ground. Darn it, he got past me. Chuckle. They don't make me team captain for nothing. Will smiles with delight and then casually begins spinning the ball on one finger. Will, where have you been? If you went shopping, I wish you invited me along. Nicole comes running up to Will the moment we walk in the front door. There's some place I really wanted to take you. Remember that store I told you about earlier? Sorry, Nicole. I would have invited you, but I thought you might not have enjoyed the shopping I had to do. Oh, that makes sense. You're too considerate to make me carry your stuff, and I'd feel bad watching you carry it. Nicole is smiling elatedly as she turns to look at me. She looks rather sturdy though, so you must have been fine. Let's ignore. Hey, you realize I'm talking about you, right? I'm sorry, what did you say? Stop, I'm taking this stuff into the kitchen. Mary, why don't you give me your bag too? Oh, thanks. Nicole voices her displeasure as Will vanishes into the kitchen with our shopping. Now that your duties as porter are finished, how about returning to your dorm? You realize you're in the way here, right? Then again, you might make a nice clothes hanger. A hanger? When I reply in confusion, Nicole removes her scarf and wraps it around my neck. Hey, what are you doing? Oh wow, this hanger talks. It must be defective. I'm not a hanger and I'm certainly not defective. You're right. I forget you're a porter. I'm not a porter either. This girl makes my stomach turn. Just then I hear footsteps coming down the stairs. You two sound like a couple of elementary school kids. Hello, Professor. I turn to find the professor frowning back at us. He's accompanied by a familiar-looking man. Not exactly the greeting I expected when we have a guest. That's okay, Professor. They're still in school after all. Huh? Hold on a second. What is Dan doing here? I stare in surprise at the same face that graced the magazine cover I was looking at earlier today. Are you really Dan? You're a supermodel. What are you doing here? Dan returns our astonishment with an amused look. Alright, so we are done with chapter 2, so I'll go ahead and leave things off right there. We met Dan, the supermodel. We went shopping. We got to know Will a little bit better. I'm not sure how I feel about any of these characters so far. I don't know if I like any of them. So I guess that's that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see some more pretty awesome. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.